Taiwan, I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. The country is experiencing its worst outbreak of dengue fever in nearly a decade. The majority of cases have been reported in Tainan. As Eric Gao reports, the southern city has been stepping up its fight against the disease.
Health workers fan out across Tainan, spraying down homes and businesses. They're using chemical sprays to kill off mosquitoes, the insects that spread dengue fever. Many people aren't happy about chemicals being used in their houses, but health authorities say it's necessary. Taiwan is seeing its biggest outbreak of dengue in almost a decade. The country has seen over 8,000 cases so far. The vast majority, over 7,000, have been recorded in Tainan alone. The city's increased spraying to keep mosquitoes in check, but Mother Nature doesn't always want to cooperate. Tainan is almost done with its spraying efforts, but there are a few households that refuse to cooperate. At least 2 of these homes have been fined over $1,800 for not complying. The city government says all residents must do their part to fight dengue. And starting Monday, Centers for Disease Control Deputy Director General Luo Yijun will spearhead the city's dengue response task force, hoping to get the outbreak under control before the Mid-Autumn Festival later this month. John Su and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
A Taiwanese gymnast has taken home a gold medal at the Gymnastics Federation World Challenge Cup in Paris. Tang Chia-hung scored 14.95 points at the event. Tang also participated in the World Challenge Cup in Turkey earlier this year. His victory in Paris marks a return to form as Tang tore his Achilles tendon in February. He won gold in the same event at the 2018 Asian Games in Jakarta, but despite his win in Paris, Tang will not be attending the upcoming Hangzhou Asian Games. The Asian Games will kick off this Saturday. It's the largest international sporting event after the Olympics, and Taiwan's athletes are gearing up for the competition. Leslie Liao has more.
521 Taiwanese athletes are preparing to head to Hangzhou in China to compete in the 2023 Asian Games. President Tsai Ing-wen handed off the team flag to the country's competitors in Kaohsiung over the weekend. They have big expectations to live up to. At the last Asian Games in 2018, Taiwan had a record-breaking run.
上一届的亚运，我们获得了17金、19银以及31铜，写下台湾近20年来最好的成绩。
Hopes are high that the athletes can do even better this year, with gold medalists like inline skater Yang Hezhen on the roster. Yang is returning after recovering from an injury she sustained at a competition in Colombia in 2021. A Mexican skater pushed her in the rink, causing her to crash and break her left wrist. Yang also injured her spine in the race, causing her to temporarily lose feeling in her left side. She says that winning at the Asian Games has been a dream of hers, and that she plans to retire after competing in Hangzhou.
其实我们感谢溜冰带来的一切，就是我感觉可以跟同年龄的 同学或是朋友其实经历的都比较不一样，然后也可以去看看外面的视野。
There are also high hopes that Taiwanese weightlifters will bring home a few golds. Luo Yingyuan recently won 2 golds at the World Weightlifting Championships, breaking national records, ones she'd previously set herself.
我想要前3名，一定要前3名，不，前2名。
Taiwan's athletes will leave for Hangzhou later this week. The team has been given an additional $9,000 grant to help cover their expenses. But while cash handouts are always welcome, what Team Taiwan would really like is to come home with heaps of gold. Isan Pan and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
A team of ocean divers are working to clear plastic waste and debris from the seas around Taiwan. Laurel Stewart dove in to get a feel for the conditions they're facing.
Freediving and scuba are great holiday activities. But these divers in Geelong are not here for fun. They're cutting off ropes and old nets caught on the coral. One person dives down, works on the knots, and when they're nearly out of breath, they pass the job on to another diver. It's a seamless process. This is part of an initiative by NGO Wild Ocean Taiwan. It aims to teach people how to protect the oceans and to teach divers that when they're in the sea, there comes the responsibility of trying to protect it. The organization's founder says bleaching is rapidly damaging coral reefs around southern Xiaoliuqiu Island. Bleaching is when coral rejects the algae living in its tissues, turning it white. Bleached coral is not dead, but it's vulnerable to starvation and disease. Some causes of bleaching are warmer ocean temperatures and industrial chemicals seeping into the sea.
For example, if we talk about Xiaoliuqiu, pollution from Kaohsiung city is a huge problem. The amount of tourists in the island every weekend as well.
Is there anything we can do when bleaching occurs? Unfortunately, not. The main thing to do is to try and reduce temperatures, and we all know what we need to do to do that.
The group organises workshops and garbage collection dives. The water on this dive is relatively clear, so they're measuring and taking pictures of the coral. They share the photos on a platform that maps reefs around the country, which researchers can use to track the health of coral and its surrounding ecosystems. Researchers in the group also work to teach other divers how to provide this kind of data.
The most important thing is to come back to the same places to see how these corals that maybe arrived years ago, how they are doing. Have they survived the typhoon? Have they become resilient enough to survive these disturbances that we are seeing an increase in Taiwan?
But even if groups like this continue their cleanup efforts, it's tackling the source of the issue that remains a problem. There's nearly 270,000 tons of plastic floating in the world's oceans. That's about 3/4 the weight of the Empire State Building. So group cleanups may seem to have little effect. But for divers like Sina Yirang, their hobby has become a springboard for environmental activism. She's known as the ocean janitor. For her, reducing ocean pollution is about changing individual habits.
When you buy something, maybe think a little more about it. Like it takes, well, plastic never go away. It just degrade, and it became microplastic, noodles, and gradually kill us all.
Beach cleanup events are increasingly popular around the country, but they only tackle garbage washed ashore, not bigger items like this net found on the ocean floor. Salome Galicia Chen researches phytoplankton, microscopic organisms that act like plants in the oceans. She says it's cheaper for fishers to use single-use nets that they discard into the sea. Currents catch the nets, which can trap marine animals like fish, dolphins or sharks.
It can be stuck on the coral, and the corals get many algae on the net, and then the coral just stops functioning, so it dies.
Galicia Chen and her wife also run a dive shop. Free diving, scuba and other water sports are becoming more popular in Taiwan. But it's difficult to strike a balance between recreational tourism and protecting the environment. But groups like Wild Ocean bring like-minded people together to help them understand that playing in the sea also comes with responsibility. Devon Tsai and Laurel Stewart in Geelong, Taiwan for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of the Acropolis of Athens. I'm Ethan Liu. Take care, and I'll see you next time.